pretense. Oh, fella, you gotta wake up. Awake your sanity. She got no love for you. She got no love for you. He is so gullible. They've got fake love, pretense. Oh, fella, you gotta wake up. Awake your sanity. She got no love for you. She got no love for you. He is so valuable. She's got a good. It's not about love. She's after his money. Antonio Mugalasi, Joshua Mixed Farms, Tusime Eddie Muyombia, Mark, Director Martha Academy, Mkisa Emma Kaferoba Rekunzi Jukiza, King Daniels, Bridget Kakai, Nick Wabuyi, Daddy Mariam. Good morning. I hope you guys are doing well today. Ration People, Masuze Mutia, Ronald M. Kasendwa, good morning. Kawagama Eno, good morning. Yes. Nenga Yogani never actors. Hey, Chamba de Hannington, good morning. This year I have to buy a car, but I need a new. Kindly advise. A new Jagula. Zomber Morokasim, which since ku sente zo. Good morning, Studio 93. Balvit, good morning. How are you, my people? Today, I want us to talk about something that I realized yesterday. I don't know, over Bamitano, no? Had top, had top. I wanted us to talk about something that I realized is a perception of us, majority of Ugandans. This is our perception, and I think on TikTok, YouTube, but I've seen it a lot on TikTok. I find that there is a discrepancy between Maybe can you buy that car? That one I'll buy. Omuntu anonya kyafanga tukiraba. Ofa chikade moroka 10 zikuyingiddemu. Oyi emoroka 10 zikuyingiddemu. Sijja kusaba. Ngena kuyingira mwakuli maaso. Ananga abantu. Daddy, what happened? That man, he refused me to enter the line. Now I'm going to go in front of the people in front of him. Mwagaya avuge Kampala. Mwalimu, do you know the satisfaction you get omuntu bagano ingira mu line? No ingira maaso g'omuntu amuli maaso. That's the satisfaction I get when I do that. Anyway, so yesterday we had this concept, the concept of confidence, knowledge versus no knowledge and no confidence. I don't know if you guys have seen that before. That thing has come okuva mu primary, secondary. Jamu walirunga mungi. Jamu walirunga mungi. Ali eri yonna waggulu. Tabanga president w'eggwanga ayingiddewo. The president. No, the president is not there, but in Uganda, whenever we see this much jam, it's normally the president. Challenge mu maaso eyo si challenge bagiyita Shogun, bagiyita Mitsubishi Shogun, naye ng'era gireke oyo bambi omukyala bagimufera bufezi tayinza kubanga yagigula. Abakyala omanyi baagala nnyo SUV, bakiyita ki Shogun. musale mugende mutiddeyo. Jam doesn't actually keep us safe. Jam gets us less to where we are going. Nembo mulabe bana Uganda we batira ddala emoroka eyimira basale ne batyayo. Good morning Derek Lule, good morning Deep in Coffee, good morning Hashim, Moses Heath, Muyombya Mark. Mbadde gwe nkubuuzizza sikyecho ono jamu ava ku construction eri wano waliwo ebitractor wamma. It can actually go. But good morning people. Confidence versus confidence and knowledge, no confidence and no knowledge, versus no knowledge and confidence, versus knowledge, no confidence. You guys have seen those concepts. Do you think these are concepts that we should be talking about? Do you think this is something that we can probably explore to see where the gap is? And because I find that normally when we cover this gap, tufunamu tutandika okuyiga where we go wrong as a people. I think I used to think this way too. But apparently when you start getting an outlet for your knowledge or an outlet for the things that you think, for your thoughts, and you get exposed to other people giving out their thoughts, you start to be a little bit more tolerant with other people's thoughts. Abdur Nasser, Football Tribe, good morning. My fear, border guys who come from all sides. Chagera Frank, good morning. Derek, me, I actually don't fear border guys. I know how to drive with border guys. I think like the biggest danger is people like Ono Msajo Nabada line Jemba Denjaga Rogena, because our line wasn't moving. Nenga ulira afa tojja kuyingiranga tonsabye. People can change from lane to lane. You see, for example, this lane, Ojidaba, it's a broken line. It means as long as I see that I can go, I can change from this lane to this lane. I can change from this lane to that lane. However, tuinabana Uganda abamwe nti tayagala muntu kumuyingira nga abadde tali maaso ge. Okitegeera. You can imagine if like this gentleman had let me enter, ziriye moroka zonna zonna ezimuyingidde mu maaso. That's why I told him kati moroka 10 zikuyingiddemu. Emoroka 10 zimuyingiddemu because yabadde alemese moroka emu okumuyingiramu. Ate in the end nemoroka gyabadde alemese okumuyingiramu neemuyitako neegendera mu maaso ge. Okitegeera. So sometimes I find that the biggest danger is people that don't want anyone to be ahead of them. And when you think about the concept of people not wanting anyone to be ahead of them, it's the concept, it's the same thing that is affecting families, it's the same thing that is affecting us as a people. And whenever someone seems to be going ahead of you, no yagala olwane nnyo omuzze wansi, at least yomukuba okitegeera nakakana. You don't want anyone to be ahead of you. I think that's one thing that is affecting us as a people, mu family. Like you guys have been hearing the story of Maulana, right? Maulana bagamba nti he has someone that is fighting him. Ateka mukazi ne sente. Nti omukazi gwe musibe, you get it? So I find that we have people all around us that would ideally not fight us to go down, only if they did not care that we are ahead of them. But simply because they don't want us to be ahead of them, they'll try as much as possible to fight us to go under. Because when you because when you go under, then you're not ahead of them. You get. But anyway, lero njagala tugere ku confidence, knowledge, confidence, no knowledge. You see, I think a word in knowledge, you can substitute that word with philosophies. You can substitute the word knowledge with thoughts. You can substitute that word with experience. You can substitute that word with so many other words that mean knowledge, depending on which side of the line you're standing at. Experience, knowledge, know who, know how. You can substitute the word knowledge with as many things as many words as you want. So I want us to talk about that concept because I believe that without us talking about these things, we are going to keep having what I want to call negativity. Which the old car. Yeah. Pizza. Okay. So anyway, guys, let me give you an example. The example of, you remember the example I've been giving you of my relative that bought a double cabin pickup at 20 million, yet the actual car was about worth like 13, 14. Nebamukuba is a million izali makers nebamukuba chileka broke yali mulemu yagula yo chivina. I had gotten this gentleman a double cabin at 8 million. It was a L200 and Nissan had the body, literally the same car. The L200 might actually prove to be a better car, maintenance wise. However, omuntu ono yagana okumpuliriza because ndi muvubuka muto, like omuvubuka omuto nangamba atya. And however, there was a knowledge gap, and the knowledge gap bwetubaga tuzze bintu by'emmoroka awo nali musingako okitegeera okumanya nti this car is probably the value of the car, knowing which car is actually easier maintainable in a waffe munsi yaffe, because ye yali amaze obulamu bwe bwonna nga is in the corporate world, and people in the corporate world ebiseera ebisinga baba tebamanyi kigenda mu maaso eno mubulamu bwaffe obwa bulijjo. And I find that majority of the time when you guys abali mu corporate world, when you retire, or when you finally like quit, or when you resign your corporate jobs and you come into the world to join the rest of us to hustle, there's so many things that you guys don't know. I know an uncle of mine, bamubanga because of the knowledge gaps, because of the things that he did not know. And but this is something that can be covered by also understanding that there is always something that someone knows, even if it's not at your level. Someone can know something that you don't know. I think ngenze ngonda bonali nga nkyatambula nga nkyagenda nnyo ebweru. I used to think I've been too exposed, I know too much, and that would make me make a lot of mistakes, because ngandaba abantu abalala tayinza kubanga akimanyi ekyo. No, either nimba oba naye byayogera tabitegeera. Sometimes it's true, sometimes it's not. And like yesterday, like I told the hard top, I think the hard top Yawandise comment, he said it's a very big disease for someone to think that they know everything, that they are always right. And I think I told him that depending on where a person is standing, they could be right. And I find that majority of the time everybody is right from where they are standing. Majority of the time everyone is right from where they're standing, depending on the kind of evidence that this person has. Let me try to get some extra light. I want to turn off the engine. me see. I think that's fine. So good morning, Nathan, Clark Ray, Modric, Nandi Wala, Fatuma, Abdul Nasser. But about Malunana issues, Mubutu abakazi batutamya abana. Francis NBA, yes, Semuga Jovan, good morning. Pade Namisi Habat, Ipade. What abantu amabesa bitago kuwa level? You see, actually, I think this is something that you learn with experience. You get to a point where you can let some people go ahead of you. Literally, you lose nothing. Like if you're in a line and then someone is coming to enter, me, I've seen that happen a lot. Then we were in two lanes. I was trying to enter this person's lane because our lane wasn't moving. I literally could not enter. But in Zembuta sobora kuyingira naleka gap ya moroka 10 eri maso. Kati yo gap ya moroka 10 emoroka 10 ezimbadde maso zonna ne ziyingira mu line ye. Kati nzate ne zindekera gap ya motoka 10. So then I could actually go. I ended up going really ahead of him. Ngatida ne maso gensobora okumuyingira and stuff like that. So sometimes I think this is something that you can learn over time. We lose nothing. We lose nothing when we let other people go ahead of us. Sometimes we actually benefit a little. I've found that sometimes, I don't know if you guys are the guys that are driving constantly. I don't know if you've experienced this thing. Someone goes ahead of you. I remember there's a time someone went ahead of me and I found them involved in an accident ahead of me. Kugamba yampisa nemusanga ngatomedde maase. Sometimes I find that I've come to terms with me giving myself peace, sometimes letting people go ahead of me. Right? And King Daniels, thanks brother for the topic, because 2 days back my son went to school and this is his first days, but the teacher give him homework to rewrite his name, date, class, etc. I find it as an experience. What do you mean an experience? Because they are supposed to teach them. Like I think I found that when Aban had gone to school, I think they spent the first few months just learning the alphabet. Then nebataniko kuyiga numbers, nebasoka baiga 1 to 10 for a number of days, nebaiga paka ku 20, nebagena for like a number of days. It's supposed to be a process. I don't know, but some people are just not cut like me. I don't think I can work with very young kids. Or I would be a kids program. I never really teach those kids. I have people that are good with kids that teach them. I think some people could have been made to be teachers, but not for young kids. Ngomwana ampika waka. After still waiting for the upload about mature entry education. Yes, bichariwa editor. 2023, I believed in myself. Tell us more, Juma. Yes, King Daniels. Abdul, some schools employ real idiots. My daughter had just started 4 days and they gave her homework and changed the school immediately. Sagara kamanyiro. Yeah, 4 days homework is nze abani yakatani kokora homework. Like you can imagine, Ragnar, the young one, has been in school for 2 years now. He has never brought homework. Talitanga ko homework waka. Nenga atasoma every day. But he never has homework. Abani yakatandika ndoza omwaka guno guwedenga gugwa kukutandika okuleta homework at home. Ochitegera ate bamuteka ku pressure, and some of the homework is go shoot a video of this iranga akola ne bazadde be bayino moyamba ko it's work that omuzadde bwabata ina time the kid will not do and it will still be okay. Ochitegera crack rim nababuuzizza mmwe basajja mmwe. Someone asked you yesterday that if they earn 1.8 million, 1.8 million is good money. It's not actually bad money. But now, at one point, before you buy a car, I find that one of the things that people should be thinking about is the distance they drive from home to work. Before you buy a car, the first thing you should be asking yourself is, what's my distance from home to work? Now, if your distance is not so much, you can even drive a Kawundo. If you drive like 5 kilometers, 5 kilometers to work, 5 kilometers home, you can even drive a Kawundo. Which take it. However, if you're the kind of person that drives the distance I drive, try as much as possible to buy a 1.5 liter vehicle, because I'm after gajja kutamye motoka. Which take it. You remember I told you guys I'll be driving a Mark X na bivudeko. Omutima gwabiganye. So I have like 3 people that have Mark X's that they can give me a sepangisi and a kupangisa, but nazivudeko Mark X. Sigenda vuga moroka again nyo emitwalo 8 wange kube wange. Waduka distance. Because nabazina benyini bazikaba bagamba zinywa. Okitegeera. So now omuntu akola 1.8 million shillings, you can literally buy any car, you can drive any car, but the issue is not what car can you drive. The issue is what distance do you drive on the daily, from home to work, from work to home. Bobanga, in total your distance doesn't go beyond like 15 kilometers. You can drive any car, because on average even a Kawundo gives you 8 kilometers per liter. So if you're going to be driving about 15 kilometers, drive a Kawundo. Ojja kunywa mutwalo gumu 12 every day. Otegera. However, if you drive like 85 kilometers like Arthur, 1.5 liters and below. Otegera. However uncomfortable it can be for you, trust me, when you drive a car, eventually it becomes comfortable. To vembine bintu nebobo manyide regias, bojamu vits, eventually the vits will become comfortable, it will become part of you and all that. Otegera. Good morning, Ashraf. Where is the self-discipline in that if there is no patience and respect for other road users, the Ugandan roba-doba style of doing stuff is carried over into day-to-day life? Yes, Moses, it is actually. And I also find that, I found that abakazi by the way, but I found that majority of the time umuntu akulemesa okuyingira abamu n'omukazi. Abafuka ku ngudo za Uganda mutandiko kyegendereza. Omusajja buli wabanga alina omukazi atudde wano muto gwa passenger, ayagala nnyo okulaga omukazi nti amanye emmotoka. Simanyi lwaki abakazi batukozesa ensobi. I remember muto wange yali avuga emmotoka nga tulina show. Kati nze nga ngenda kunasa ku printing a ticket. Ne mmuleka agende ne muga mugende nze nja kujjira ku border. N'atomero wa gaali. Yalina wano omukazi ya mulamu wange yali atudde wano. Kati bwatomero w'eggaali nenzija mubuuze naye kati gwe w'eggaali omutomere tomula nti mukubidde engombe n'alemerayo, ne mubuuza gwe bw'okubira omuntu engombe n'alemerayo kitegeeza mutomere. You get it? So I found that abakazi bano batukozesa nnyo ensobi, era I think it's something that bwe kikuyingiramwe notandika okumanya nti no, this person ali wano, there is impressing her is far from this. Like you can never impress a woman. Nchimanyi mbadde mukiwulira ekyo ekintu nga bakyogera. Ne bw'onookola ki oli ali loyal to her feelings. Until there is nothing that you can do. Oli n'agamba ono yasinga because eva oli waalina kyakusinga. Okitegeera. Bw'oba munene nnyo wali wakusinga obweru, bw'oba muwanvu nnyo wali wakusinga obumpi, ate nga obumpi bujjamu impressinga. Bw'oba ovuga emmotoka ya bbeeyi nnyo ajja kwewuunya lwaki ono abasajja avuga kalayisi ate ekyo kimukube. So it's very hard okuimpressinga abakyala abwe. Okitegeera. Rena Jordan, good morning. Abdurrahim Kasita, my young brother drives Mark X. He's always singing one song emmotoka enywa. Nagivuddeko kanjireke. Sina kyenjeza kebeereye emmotoka yaabwe. Thank you, Reynard. But now you guys are 42. We have only 14 likes. Like the broadcast. Arthur, even me, I was learning driving but not confident. The day I drove with my lady, confidence yarinya. At Access News, I find that I often the wrong kind of confidence. Often the wrong kind of teba confidence. I find that obo yagara mulaga nti omanyi, which is wrong, which is very wrong. Abakyala bano mubalaba osobola okwagala okulaga Arthur nti omanyi, gaya chiki ate nalaba Arthur ate Arthur namukuba. Okitegeera kati mwe muddaawo ntandika okuimpressinga nze si abakyala si kyaba impressinga. Bwemba ebintu byenyina okuimpressinga omukyala birina kuba muno mu mmotoka yange nti ntaddemu ka AC mutereddeko TV. Si impressinga na nvuga because nja kukola ensobi ate nze nfiirwe, because at the end of the day it's you who loses money, it's you who loses time, it's you who loses your calm. Okitegeera. Good morning Lucky Mose. So anyway, we want to talk about knowledge, confidence, no knowledge, no confidence. I find that this is something that is in our culture, guys. Tuina culture erowoza nti teri muntu amanyi okujjako ng'omuntu oyo mukulu, omuntu oyo yabisoma n'afuuka professor, omuntu oyo kagamba, we have a feeling that it's me who is supposed to endorse Access News to know what they know. Okitegeera, that if I don't endorse that person to know what they know, then they don't know. Or that if I don't know, if I don't know what that person knows, or if I cannot prove that what they know is right, then what they know is wrong. Actually, I first saw it on TikTok. No one chaliwo in the beginning, No one chaliwo in the beginning, for the love of cars. But I saw it on TikTok. It's still on TikTok a lot, where someone comes and says, we aso yogera ngani osegeera lwaki atakiziganya naawe goyagala olage nti tamanyi. Okitegeera, lwaki okaayana nnyo, lwaki weefuula amanyi ennyo, olowooza gwe mugeze ennyo. I find that this comes from our culture. Nti okuva mu primary school, a child can come and say something that is normally not said, and the teacher will say, gwe kiweefuula omugezi, oza gwamanya ennyo. Okitegeera, nitugera mu secondary school nti omusomesa okujjako ng'omusomesa endorses omwana and leaves the science teachers, because science has proof. Science has proof. Like, if this water is halfway, it's halfway. There is nothing to prove about that. Amazza gali halfway. That's sciences. Nti sciences, math, 2 plus 2 is 4. Ekyo tekiriko kukyusa. If you say 2 plus 2 is 5, then you're going into the arts. There it's hard to prove. Okitegeera, right? So it's important for us to understand that bwetuva mu sciences eziri 1 plus 1 equals 2. Tusobola okujja no mu arts and 1 plus 1 equals 5. Okitegeera, as long as I can argue out 1 plus 1 equals 5, it will be okay. And I think that's my philosophy. Nze wona anything that I talk about, there is always an angle to everything. By the way, eggulo twasasudde ku Kigege, twanoonyeza Kigege. Emboozi njagiba wencha. Kigege yaffe tugimalayo lwaleero. Bwe tugimalayo bulungi, I'll share pictures, then mbabuulire how we went about the story. And today we may be going to buy a Rumion. And I think tomorrow, I have no idea what will happen. Ne rehearsals zange zatandise, ngenda tandika okulimitinga kati inspections. So if you're planning to get inspections, I may not be available next week and the week of 21st, 22nd. I may not be available. Yeah. So you start planning very well. So I find that tulina ekintu ekyatukuzibwamu, omuntu atakulira wa taata waffe aba yali taata we ayinza oba yali tamanyi. Omuntu nga taata wo si yamuga, because we tend to think that the people we don't know are the people that know. Chovola banti ebiseera ebisinga omuntu wabeera ne makanika we ayagala gwaba akozesa all the time, because bali ba makanika alabanga abatamanyi. Okitegeera, alabanga abatamanyi naye nga ate nabo basobola okubanga bakola ki nga bamanyi. So yesterday we were having a conversation with Mama Aban, and she was telling me about, we're talking, is there such a thing as false confidence, like you having confidence na ingeri false. You guys have heard that statement. And I was telling Mama Aban, me, I don't believe that there is anything as such called false confidence. Yesterday, ani yagambye yabadde Moses Heath n'ogamba njigiriza abaana Oluganda. Ne nkugamba abaana abange bajja yiga Oluganda eventually. Ne nkugamba, for me, English, I'm where I am because of English. Ekyo kyusinza na kukiwakanya. I'm where I am because of English. Oluganda kichenje ntandika okubulaba nti nsobola odufunamu kokka sente. Okitegeera. And fe abavubuka abakoze ba hustler, we know you are where you are because of the money you have been able to get, so that it pushes you somewhere else. And majority of my money nze nga Arthur nzikoze mu Luzungu. And I think Moses Heath said partly, and I told you it's not partly. For me, it's totally English. Which I can tell you that me, I'm not where I am because of miracles. No, I'm not where I am because I went to a certain pastor and they prayed for me, or because I went and trekked pachita chikuramaga saramaga okutuka wendi nzo okutuka wendi. It has been because of the knowledge I've had, the skill I've had, being trustworthy. Of course, I pray to God for protection and all, but I know that I believe that Katonda aina ekkubo lyakutegekera gwe ng'omuntu. And as long as you take that path, God has already blessed you. I know that I believe God has a lot of things to do right now. So I believe that God laid out a path for me, and as long as I stay on that path, chibagamba nti okwezuula nti omuntu bwe yeezuula teyeetaaga genda kusula mu night prayer bw'oba weezudde. Teweetaaga kusula mu night prayer bw'oba weezudde. Teweetaaga kutema bantu magulu g'oyitewo bw'oba weezudde. Teweetaaga kulwanyisa muntu yenna kasita weezuula. Okitegeera, it's probably that's something I believe in as a person, and I believe that singa abantu baali beezuula nga bwe balina okwezuula, in our families tetwali baddeyo na ddogo, tetwali baddeyo na ki. So anyway, we talked about that, and then someone had top nagamba, I know that it stemmed from that. It stemmed from me saying that I know that it was English. Nagamba obulwadde bw'omuntu okulowooza nti amanyi buli kimu mutuufu. And I actually told him everyone is right depending on where they are standing. I find that as a people we need to learn this thing. Nti buli muntu aba mutuufu. Nze abaana bange gye basomera, they don't teach religious education at all. Why don't they teach the religious education? It's because in that school they believe that buli muntu ayina eddiini ye. Era they believe, even there is confidence of pretense. Ate oteba confidence pade. Ate teba confidence. Eyeba, I don't know how we can call it. So my kids jeba somera teba basomesa ddiini. Tebagala ku imposing a religion ya muntu mulala ku mulala. Because monogamba abantu basomesa eddiini, or Christian religious education jagamba Christianity is right, or IRA jagamba Islam is right, okitegera, or Buddhist jagamba Buddhist is right, omusamize naye jagamba ekino kye kituufu. So they are creating kids to be open-minded. Okitegera, omwana ye yeesalirewo gy'anaalaga. Okitegera, tebakkiriza kusomesa ebintu, tebakkiriza. As a matter of fact, abaana baffe bazannya emizannyo ku stage ne bayimba ennyimba, but they teach them about love your neighbors, be good to the environment, be good to other people the way you want them to be good to you, and such virtues. Lwaki nkaleesa akantu ako njagadde obbalaga nti right now we are getting to a level where you're not going to come and say gwe religion yo nkyamu, gwe mujja genda mugeyeena because gwe wakula bakusomesa Christianity. Nze nakula makama Katoliki, jjajja wange mu Katoliki nnyo, nange ne mu Katoliki, batabani bange ba Katoliki. Okitegeera, but there is no time that I'm going to come out and say gwe omusiraamu oli mukyamu because you don't believe in Jesus Christ. Gwe omulokole oli mutuufu oli mukyamu because ffe tumuyita Yesu, mumuyita Yesu. I find that we have a problem in Uganda where anytime someone disagrees with us, we tend to think that they are wrong, or they don't know. There's something that happens on TikTok. People bajita kustitching, they stitch someone else's video. Omuntu akwata video y'omuntu n'agidazanya bw'amala n'awa feedback ye n'agamba gundi ono yayogedde kino na kino naye mukyamu, oba gundi ono yayogedde kino na kino na kino nze kyendowooza ku ekyo. I've never done that. I try as much as possible to not give my thought on people's thoughts. Why I try not to do that? It's because buli muntu wali, you've heard of this thing, buli muntu wali walabira omwezi n'enjuba. Sicho, buli muntu wali walabira omwezi n'enjuba, because awo wali. Looking at the knowledge I have, the environment I've grown up in, the training I've had, amazima gange mazima gange, amagezi gange magezi gange. I don't know if you guys get what I'm saying. depending on where someone is standing, depending on the amount of information that that person has, worry what they know is what they know. You cannot expect someone to know exactly what you know, to think exactly as you think. Okitegeera kati my kids don't speak Luganda, not yet at least. They know like basic words like kasasiro, wasuzotia. They know the basic things, and sometimes I find people that tell me after I give abana Luganda abana bichi, and I'm telling you right now, ndi mu office ya Katikiro mpandika festival ya Buganda. Waliwo festival ya Buganda je okuplanninga Buganda ekole village yaba artists nga you can go there, nga waliwo theater, waliwo ekifo kiringa Hollywood, you can shoot movies from there. I'm spearheading that project. Okitegeera? So, and I'm not being paid. I'm doing that for free. I've been doing this since 2021. Okitegeera? I can tell you that I've been working on this project for Buganda Kingdom since 2021 and I've not been paid. Kati omuntu asobola okwogera Oluganda bw'aveeri n'alowooza nti amanyi Oluganda okusinga nze nga nyina project ya Buganda gye nkozeko okuva 2021 for free. Okitegeera? Mba simutegeera. Majority of people that work for Buganda Kingdom abakola ebintu nga byenkola bakolera bwereere. Katosobola kujja n'ogamba John Segawa yandikomendingayo ne ngenda, and then I started writing the project proposal for them. And I've met Katikiro once in a meeting, and it was impressive, big part of that. So, but what am I trying to say? There is a time I had guests at my house, and they were saying, "Hey, Arthur, abana balina okumanya obuwango bwabwe." Nengamba ne kakati ona ngamba obuwango atenze nze obuwango andabika mbumanyi okumusinga. Okitegeera? Because in the process of writing these projects, there are things you need to learn. Okusobola okuwandiika ekintu ekitali exotic, because in the knowledge yange majority I know paperwork, I know all that paperwork. Nekati ate ebintu bya Buganda ebimumbadde sibimanyi kati olina okubiyiga. Okitegeera? So when Hardtop brought that comment, I saw where he was coming from, because majority of the time when I'm doing my live broadcasts, when I'm doing my videos, I know that my truth is my truth, and I have the confidence nti tosobola kuveeri nojja n'ogamba Arthur kyoyogedde kikyamu, because nze when I say things I say them from a point of knowledge, nze my knowledge. And you guys, you remember me saying sometime back nti teri muntu musiru, because omuntu omusiru abatayina magezi, amagezi bafuna mafune. Okitegeera? Amagezi bafuna mafune. That's why abazungu batuyiseko, the whites have been creating diseases for literally everything. Nti stupidity is the state of you not having knowledge, right? Is lack of knowledge. But knowledge can be acquired, which means that if someone gets knowledge, they will stop being stupid, right? Me, I don't believe that anyone is stupid. I believe that people have different levels of knowledge. That if I went to, for example, if I've tried to fix my computers, I open a computer and I remove 20 busumari babuita batya tebabuita nails obo busumari bwa laptop nenzijamo busumari makumi abiri nenjizawo bulungi nekola nokola ngendo kola ngasigazo busumari butano. Do you know why? It's not like I'm stupid, I just lack knowledge. That's why me I don't believe nti waliyo omuntu omusiru aba just taina magezi geche ekintu. Kati waba taina magezi geche ekintu asobola okutuuka mu kifu n'atunanga atamanyi. Kati mwe nolowooza nti obwo busiru, tebuba busiru. Abatayina that knowledge. You have been exposed to the knowledge. You get? I don't believe that anyone is stupid. And majority of the time when I'm talking about stuff, I talk them from a place of knowledge. That's why I try to research. I try as much as possible to not talk about the things I don't know. Because when you talk about things that you don't know or things you have not read about or researched, it really seems like you're stupid. But you're not stupid, you just don't have the knowledge. You just don't have the knowledge. So I found this on TikTok. When you speak with a lot of confidence, like the way I do my TikTok, so the people that follow me on TikTok, when I talk about stuff, I even laugh about them. Now, Ugandans are not used to that. Ugandans are not used to someone telling them, sometimes, even majority of the times, when I say the truth and I laugh about it, people get angry. Okitegeera, people get angry and they say gwe lwaki weefuula amanye nnyo. That comment had top yavudde from the context of TikTok. He came from TikTok. So I know that, and I've seen some people that have that mentality, that what authority do you have to say what you say? For you to have authority, we have to know that you have been doing this for 20 years for you to be able to come and say this. Mulabanga mu police bwekiri nti if you enter police right now ng'olina degree oyina eddala ly'otandikirako n'oyita ku bantu abakusooka mu police nga tebalina degree. Okitegeera, tekitegeeza nti abantu bali abatalina degree tebamanyi by'omanyi oba tebakusinga experience, naye balina kye batalina gwe ky'olina. Okitegeera. So yesterday we were talking with Mama Aban and she was saying, I clearly asked her, do you think there is anything that like false confidence? Nga, I think Padre Gucho, you say false confidence in pretense. And she was saying, what do you mean? Like if someone is confident in the wrong way, like someone, I think when someone says false confidence, Chiteg is, are you confident about the wrong things? Right? And she said it depends. Now, when someone says depends, it means they don't want to be decisive about their answers. Personally, I believe there is no such thing as false confidence. Someone is confident about what they know because of the knowledge they have, the information they have, and where they stand to speak about that topic. I find that we should try as much as possible to be open-minded. Nti omuntu bwajja n'akugamba, omuntu like right now I'm looking at a lady akute rosary. Atambula ali mu kusaba rosary. I have a rosary here. Yero ndi mutabani wange yali ambuza, Daddy, where is your necklace? Batabani bo bayina emidaali ze nyina rosary. So they continuously ask me where my necklace is. Eri Musa, I think. And omukyala abadde atambula nga ali mu kusaba rosary. Mirembe Maria ojjudde ndeema bijabya. Kati omuntu omukatuliki bw'anajja n'akugamba nti Jesus bamuyita Yesu mu Uganda. Bwe nojja bamuyita Yesu okitegeera. Looking at the knowledge you were given, you are all confident about what you're saying. Gwe okimanyi ye Yesu, n'oli akimanyi ye Yesu. Then a Jehovah's Witness will come and say that God is Jehovah. Based on the amount of information this person has been given, based on the training that this person has gotten from the time they grew up, that God is Jehovah. God is Jehovah. Sorry if I did the false analogy hard top. Please explain. A false analogy, I mean, based on the amount of information that person has, abamutufu. Based on the amount of information people have. Let me read some of your comments. Even there is confidence of pretense. Our culture teaches us to consume and conquer with the opinion of those who are older and more educated than you. Not knowing times have changed and access to information is easy. Thank you, Moses Heath. Nze kati, I'll tell you that batabani banga bayina ebigambo bibugira n'entya n'okutya. Nze n'endowooza gye balowooza mu abaana baffe be tuzadde bannange you people tutwala abaana ku ssomero. Abaana baffe be tuzadde nkimanyi abalina abaana wano mukiraba. Omwana wa ayina engeri gya conceptualizingamu ebintu nga gwe watandika okiconceptualizinga ng'olinga mu P7. Nze Abani ayina ebintu byayogera, ayina ebintu byalowooza, nze nga natandika simanyi nabwe naye kati natandika olowooza nga ne musinia wano okulowooza nga Abani bw'alowooza. Of course, Kati, the information Aban has, the experience on life, Aban jainae, tetoka jenaina mu senior one. Na ye entegera Aban jategera mu ebintu because of the methods that their teachers teach them with. Is abana bafe balowooza nnyo. Nabadde ne makanika wange. Naye nga ngamba naye mutabani wa ine ebibuuzo byamubuuza nga ye atandika okubibuuza abantu mu senior 4. Because mu senior 4 twafunira confidence. Abana bafe balina confidence. Nze mutabani wange alina confidence mbuuza, Daddy, will you buy us ice cream today? Ne mugamba no. Nambuuza why? Ne mugamba I don't have money. Nambuuza why don't you have money? Okitegeera? Fe bazadde bafe ngoso ne kakati ogenda okubuuza omuntu omukulu lwaki toyina sente. But our kids kati babasomesa to be kati batabani bange curriculum gye basomamu baba bagiyita inquiry based curriculum. Batendeka omwana okubuuza ebibuuzo. Osegera nti kyatamanya kibuuzo okusinga okulowooza nti ogenda ne kyalowooza. They call it the inquiry based system. So Aban asks a lot of questions. There is a time Aban yambuza daddy, are you rich? Nemugamba, no, but I'm working hard to become rich. Nambuza, when will you be rich? On Friday. That was Twalikura Kupidi. Nemugamba, no, Aban, you can't become rich that fast. You have to work hard for some time so that you become rich. Nangamba, okay, I'll pray for you to become rich so that you can buy me a lot of toys and buy a big car. Because Aban ayagala moroka nene. Abana basoma nabo baletera moroka nene, and they be talking about the big cars. Okitegere. So ndozo omwana abaka engeri gyalowooza ebintu fate bwe twabeera myaka gyabwe kuba abantu tannaweza myaka mukaaga, but fe twabeera myaka gyabwe nga tetulowooza tutyo. Kati osobola okusanga omwana bw'atyo, omwana bw'ajja n'abuuza omuzadde, abazadde bali abali old fashion, n'amubuuza ebibuuzo ebyo, when will you become rich? Omuzadde asobola okulowooza lugezigezi olumayinza n'omukuba. Okitegeera. But because I know that kati yensomesa empya eriwe, me, I would not even ever think that oba manyira oba chi, because that's what they teach them to be asking. Aina kyalabye mbanne najja naye n'akikubuuza. Good morning, Council Patrick. I think some people believe false confidence is there. Someone tells you that when they take weed, it gives them confidence to perform various tasks. Hey, atene cha weed banage tuchireke Francis NBA. I don't think that weed gives you false confidence. I happen to think that weed gives you the confidence to do things that you could do, but you just did not know you could do. I find that nze chendo was anti fe culture yafe batunyigiriza nnyo, batunyize nnyo to the extent that nature nabo kikuluma otya n'okukyogera. I think that's how we have been oppressed, to the extent that omuntu omukulu bw'akola ekintu baga toyogera ku muntu mukulu. You guys have heard that. There is a play we perform. There's a play we perform, and I think one of the lines is, how could you say that about a mature person? Okitegera kugamba omuntu omukulu ne bwakola ekikyamu gwo omutoto kizibwa kukyogerako because oli muntu mukulu. Okitegeera, because oli muntu mukulu. And I think that's the culture. Kati fate culture fe tulina okugikyusa. Tumanye nti n'omwana omuto asobola okujja n'akugamba ebintu, n'omuntu gw'olaba nga atategeera asobola okuba nga ategeera nti omuntu bw'aba, for example, nga I remember when I worked for nali employed for like 1 year, 1 month, not 1 year, one month, and during that 1 month twakola omwezi ne guggwako nga sente tuzikoze tuzirabye. Then at the end of the month guy na ampe emitwalo 2 yayita mu accountant na ampe emitwalo 2 oba bala yabawanga 10 nzenge emitwalo 2 gampadde ne tezikavaringa na mafuta gange. Nengenda ne mugamba manyi mukama wange zono nsonyiwa sigenda kusobola kukola wano full time nga zino sente zompa kuba tezirisa family yange, tezigula mafuta gange, sijja kusobola bikola. Bwemba ndi wakokolera nsobola okukolera as a consultant nenzija osegeera naye ngendo okukola ekintu nga there are people that have been nga babadde babasasula bubi like that for 2 years nga buli mwezi ekifo ky'omu million amu emitwalo 10. Osegeera, they were being treated like that for a very long time, and no one could actually have the confidence to go and talk to this person. I'm going to, do you know what, the money you give me cannot sustain me. I pay rent, I do this. And he told me, I cannot have you as a consultant. Chobokola, you can quit. And I quit that day. And I left. And I'm glad I did that. I'm glad I quit, because I don't think I can be in the situation where someone doesn't pay you enough to sustain yourself. And there are so many people that are being paid like that. Teachers, even in government. Omunagamba fetwako mukufuna omusara in August 2023. Nenga they are surviving. Chovola bamunge na offices of government ate babali yake nguzi because of that. Okitegeera. But Francis, I don't think there is anything called false confidence. I believe that by the time you kick a person, you could kick him even without weed. Weed has just elevated your confidence. Me, that's what I believe. Okitegeera. That's why when you find someone that is confident, ngatanywa ku mwenge, ng'asobola okugamba gwe ekyo kyokoze kya kigwagwa ngatanywedde, just imagine senga abadde ataddemu kawalagi. Okitegeera. Me, I don't believe that weed gives you false confidence. Weed elevates your confidence. It gives you the confidence that has been crushed. Because you guys, if you realize okuvanga tuli bato, bosekanga abantu abakulu boogera ngaba osekachi. You guys have seen that. Nenga ate omwana omuto asobola okuseka. instead of kubuga oseka kitodamo okusekera abantu nga bakulu nga boogera mubuuze what is funny. Omwana akunyonyere nze abani buli kimu akyogera what is funny nagamba daddy you have done this okitegeera. That doesn't crush your kids' confidence. It doesn't make them believe that their worth is not as much as they think. That's what I believe. That's what I believe. And nze nange mba kubanga sa traveling ako genda bwerwe eyo confidence nali bade sina confidence etuka wano wendi nti I can say what I believe based on the knowledge I have, based on the things that are available to me, based on the information that is available to me. Because that's why I want to drive as many cars as I can drive, so that as I share information for the love of cars, I have the information on my fingertips. Kati omuntu asobola kugenda ngamba emoroka ya sisi 10 si motoka because najivugako. Osegera omuntu asobola kuveina ngamba nti emoroka ya sisi 10 enywa kitono okusinga ya 13 zombi nazivuga. I know they consume the same. As a matter of fact, emoroka ya sisi 10 eya sisi 13 ne ya sisi 15 zinywa kyekimu. Osegera, that I know. So if you have money to buy a 1.5 liter vehicle, and it's the same money to buy the 1 liter vehicle, buy a 1.5 liter, because the 1.5 liter will give you enough power when consuming the same fuel as a 1 liter vehicle. Especially if you drive people katinganza avuga family. But if you're alone boboli with car, the 1 liter might consume a little less. Cause that information is in Chilina. Because navuga moroka yasi so 10, nevuga 13, nevuga 15. Kati nchimanyi temoroka zino zinywa kyekimu. Okitegeera? Kati that's why I want era nene moroka ne bajja ne bampasende bagenda jimpa ngenengule moroka endala. Ekike ekirala. Why? So that I can experiment. Njagala bwe nabansobodde nvugene ku Subaru nayonji wulire, so that I tell you first hand what it's like driving a Subaru maintenance wise, blah blah blah. I already know from people that drive Subarus that maintenance of a Subaru is higher than a Toyota, but I want to experience it myself. Okitegeera? Good morning Dennis 12, whoever the Badjukiza. Norman Karuhanga, good morning. Amina Musazi Regan had the top. Bambi so you mba nachifunye bubi, but I interpreted it in a way that I've been seeing. Majority of comments that came the way your comment came were in that direction. Good morning Hajara. Ata wanu waliwo omuwarabu atulumbye. Omuwarabu oyo sigwe na blockinze guro. Namu blockinze. Let me see. First of all, let me report that person. Spam. I'm going to report the Mwarabu. Kansoke mbaze kubala. So bantu bange egulo twasasude ku Kigege. Lero tugenda gula Rumion. Lero tugenda gula Rumion. Then owencha sinnamutegeera. Oyo tagenda Omwarabu tagenda kudda mu report nze. Manyi bukano tukola olugambo sebo. Oyo weed mugambe mulabe duka. My cousin not mad because of using it. Are you sure it's the weed that it's the weed that made him go mad? Because I found that people use drugs majority of the time when they are going through stuff. Omuntu asobola okubanga aina struggles zaayitamu naye nga ffe tetumanyi. The struggles that person is going through zimuleetera okutandika okwagala okukozesa ebiragalalagala. Okitegeera? Kati ebiragalalagala bw'abikozesa ng'era going through stuff. Ebiragalalagala birabika bikolera nnyo abantu nga tebastrugglinga. Kubanga omuntu atastrugglinga ndowooza ne overdose teyeetaaga na overdose. Okitegeera? Bagenda kunsiba. Bagenda sibira kunza. Ate nze nnyina sipiidi gyesobola kudduka kusukka. Kakibe ki? Ndabira ddala nga Good morning, Juko Nathan. Edison, ever since I started following you, my attitude towards buying a car changed. Really, I appreciate your work. I'm just waiting for the perfect time. Amina. Hey. Omulavye. Atava tubaina confidence. Chokole tebamukwata gwe Arthur okikola lwe bakwata. Good morning, live life UG. Kungu fu Fanta. Ana ina amanya. Njagala oguleyo ka BMW X1 kalika 1.6 liter. Then tell us if we can buy or not. BMW zo mbagambira zireke ezo sijja kugula BMW ne Benz. Let me tell you one thing. Kamba buli eka story ka Benz. Nyina omusajja mumanya alina Benz 2 mu lujja. Yeah? Yangambi Arthur. Benz is vehicle. Atenga center zilina. Yangambi Arthur Benz is vehicle. Yangambi lwaki ozivako. Yangambi Benz ya bei yetaga sente mpitirivu. Then he told me lero kamba ise neno munda sagala gena mukajja mukawa libokabe kukagira kanyiza n'okunyiza kampito. He told me nti yali avuga Benz rumu agenda uli moroka esiriso omulundi gumu kumbe yakona karansa hydraulic nayika wa gearbox mubagenda okujja okumugira buli lita ya hydraulic nga ya mitwalo 12 buli lita ya hydraulic nga ate yetaga lita 7 yangambe Arthur goloza lwachinze Benz sizivuga avuga Subaru yangambe Benz sizivuga lwecho yangamba Arthur bobono ovuga Benz fuba okulaba nga oyina miliyoni nga 7 lojja okubeera n'emirembe naye bwoba tolina sente Benz zireke kati Benz nayo sijja kugezesa Benz. By the way, Benz yo nagezesa dda nagezesa C class. Atenga C class is like the best car for beginners. Omuntu atandika obutandisa ovuga Benz ebiseera ebisinga atandikira ku C class. So kati Benz nazivuddeko, but I'm going to go through all the Toyotas that I can go through. Okitegeera. I will go through all the Toyotas I can go through whenever I can. Bwemba sisobodde zigula nja zipangisa at least. Njipangisa nenjivugamu ennaku 2. Okitegeera. Mumusigalenga mumpe emirimu gya pre-purchase inspection. Zingezese mmoroka. Nja kwefiiriza nga bwe nkola emirimu gya pre-purchase inspection ngena nga mpangisa y'emmoroka emu nga njivugamu ennaku 2 nga mbabuulira. Okitegeera. Good morning Muyombya Mayambala Derek King Kungu Pius. Some people believe that when they put on something, maybe a shirt, they like that gives them confidence. Francis NBA. Me, I find that person already has the confidence. Na ye aba just yenga ye. Tanaba quickism that they can do something. I can tell you that I also had a time where I feared to air out my opinions. Nangamba sijja kuchogera. As a matter of fact, we have been oppressed as a people. We have been oppressed to the point that omuntu bw'aba amanyi ebintu atya okubyogera because atya abatabimanyi. Like muli agamba abatabimanyi bajja ku abatamanyi bajja ku they will attack me. That nefuula amanyi. And that's why you find that people keep quiet about things. You guys have seen where your friend is making a mistake and you keep quiet about it because ogamba kati bwana nchawa. Me, I've gone through that. That's why I don't see someone making a mistake and I don't tell them. I will tell you that, you know what, you're messing up. I will tell you, you're messing up. I think you should be doing this. Bobato chiko say it's okay, but at the end of the day, if it gets to a point and you realize that I was telling the truth, then at least I told you. I tell her because I find that we have been oppressed to the point that omuntu muleka nakola ensobi because tuti okutunyigira. We are not confident enough to air out our views. Good morning, Musema Saddam. Tade Samuel, good morning. The Themo start DJ Nicholas. It's the first time catching you live. I've always been watching recordings. Keep up the good work. Amina Nico. Sango Peter, good morning. Sango. Ererinnya lya siri aba Tanzania. Nakola ko ne DOP guy yakwata the DOP for the cafe bamuita Sango. Kanalinga mubuza Sango nangamba ndi musajja Muganda ne mugamba olimba. Sango oli mu Tanzania. Sango linnya liwulikanga eri aba Tanzania. Teri ulikanga ngali abasi aba na Uganda. Ga Sango oli mu Tanzania. Nagamba atanedda. Ndi munna Uganda, ate ndi Muganda. Nambulira ne byeddira nenga something doesn't add up about his name. Sango. Something doesn't add up. It seems a bright day in Kampala, Arthur. May the Almighty bless your work. I personally learn a lot from this channel after watching the videos. Amina. Today seems a bright day. Yesterday it even rained. But today it seems it's going to be a good day. But today it spells. Tarema Samuel, good morning. Mr. Lucius, good morning. So confidence. I found that omuntu ne bwabanga byayogera nga bichamu. Omuntu asobola okuba ne confidence ebichamu ne bifuuka ebituufu. Nefuuka nom. Ne tubanga tumanyi nti oyo guy mutuufu. You guys had the confidence lumbuye gye yali akozesa nga atukulira ebintu. Some of the things came true, some of the things did not come true. But because ebintu yabyogeranga nga abyogeza obumanyi tamale mirundi. Okitegeera ng'omuntu alina engeri tamale mirundi oza n'obutabo omu yayita buwandiikanga ng'ajja ku TV n'agaaka nakatabo kange nakawandiika naye tekakyaliyo mu bookshop ngenda printinga bulala n'abasomera ng'abasomera from a book okitegeera netandika okutwala ebintu tamale mirundi. Me I used to watch tamale mirundi every broadcast yalinga kujangiranga ku NBS n'omukuku nafu tamale mirundi. You remember those things, But the reason why I kept watching these things was because tamale mirundi nga ina engeri gyayogera with confidence ng'ogamba nedda, this is the gospel truth. Good morning Solo Extra. Arthur, do you know why people do mind share knowledge? Some people it's hard to change their mindset through advice. Mr. Lucius, always share. Nze nange ne bwembanga nkola ensobi nange muŋŋambe. Tell me, nze muŋŋambe nze mpuliriza. Nze ate oba osobola okuŋŋamba ekintu nembanga atakuwuliriza nenvaawo nga mpakana naye nga mpulidde. Bambi abantu mubagamba abantu balemenga kukola nsobi. Nze omuntu mugamba n'atakola nsobi because at the end of the day senga anaakola ensobi neemu affectinga. Ajja gamba naye gwe wali otunudde walwaki tewaŋŋamba. Okitegeera? So always share. Tokkirizanga muntu kola nsobi ng'olaba. Okitegeera? Tokkirizanga muntu kola. You people, there are things I've been sharing. For example, from day one nabagamba togula Nissan X-Trail. Mujjukira? One of my followers n'agenda n'agula Nissan X-Trail. Twali twakatandika live broadcast noza emyezi gyalinga 3. So kitegeeza omuntu oyo mu broadcast zonna yandabanga nga njogera don't buy Nissan X-Trail. N'agenda n'agigula. Because omuntu ajja gamba togula Nissan X-Trail togigula, babroka bo bakola video bagamba Nissan X-Trail motoka nnungi. Oyo tamanyi byayogera. You guys have seen those videos. After si makanika, lwaki yefuula amanyi ye yali agivuzeeko, okitegeera And majority of the time when videos like that come out, there are people that get overtaken. N'agenda n'agula. Like there is a time when nalingamba moroka za Germany ne wabawo broker. Najja naga moroka za Germany mwe bana Uganda mukyogera bwogezite muyina sente zikanika biki okitegeera. Kati oli follower wange utwali twakatandika ne myezi 3 ja live broadcast. N'agenda n'agula Nissan X-Trail. Nampita nenjiteekamu ne tracker. Kati there are stories zenjagala mbanyumize nga muntu nulidde. Guy we have to take a tracker mu X-Trail ne tugisumulula bwe tuyisa wire za tracker. Ngenda okulaba emmoroka eyo ng'ejjudde ettaka ng'amazima emmoroka eyo yali etudde emyaka nga 3 There are things that probably lwaki mbagamba musasulenga pre-purchase inspection. Waliwo ebintu ebimu gwe byotajja kusobola kulaba naye nga Arthur ajja kubiraba. Okitegeera? Because I experience. Nze nguzeko emmotoka eziparkinze ebbanga, nguzeko emmotoka ezitaparkinze ebbanga. Okitegeera? So there are things probably that I can see that you may not be able to see. So bwe twagenda oteekamu tracker, because guy yali aguze emmotoka, nze omuntu bampita oteeka for example a tracker ine kajje mmanyi nti mbi ng'ate, because it's very hard for someone to buy a tracker from me nga tamaze kulaba YouTube videos zange. Omuntu bw'alaba YouTube videos zange alaba the kind of advice I give them. Kati omuntu bw'agenda n'agula emmotoka nze gye nagamba tewaali-guze, n'agigula kitegeeza yagigula ng'agyagala. Nze bwe naggula emmotoka eri n'endaba ng'ejjudde ettaka. You guys, do you know what it means? Dashboard, mu dashboard munda nga mujjuddemu ebisooto. Nga dashboard yo nga yo kungulu bagifuwa paint. That means emmotoka yali etudde ebbanga ng'ejjudde ettaka. Ne bajjamu ebintu bye basuba ne kuno ku door panels nga baafuwako paint. Nga munda eri wajjudde ettaka. Ne ngamba gayo no nga ne waya zennyini ziddugala. Ne ngamba gayo no mugambo basi mugamba. Ne mwine ngamba omuntu ono. The fact that I'm pisse mutelemu tracker mu mmoroka. Videos zange abadde aziraba akimanya I discourage people from buying Nissan X-Trails. Bw'aba yagiguze kankimuleka akifiiringe. Okyera ekyo nekisika because there was nali sina kyenziza. Omuntu agenda oteeka tracker mu mmoroka aba agisasudde ng'agimazeeyo. Okitegeera? So noteeka mu tracker. Emmoroka ye n'agivuga oba yagivuga emyezi ng'ena oba etaano. Bandi awo mwezi ng'ogw'omukaaga nga nkubira. Arthur, I'm bringing another car. Naleta Harrier old model. Nemubuuza X-Trail yafe nangamba maani X-Trail kye yankola. Nangamba X-Trail yamutawaanya. N'atuuka n'agitunda ng'emutamye. Kati etuuka okumutaba naye yagigula n'amubuuza emmoroka eno lwaki ogitunda. Amugamba you leave me alone, you just pay for the car. Okitegeera? Kugamba yagitunda n'emusala. N'agula Harrier old model. Era nga you guys, if you remember very well, I used to be telling you, togula X-Trail, at least tugula mu Harrier old model. I think after experiencing the X-Trail naga nagula Harrier old model. Okitegera X-Trail naye n'agitwa nagati tebanaba namumalayo. But waliwo emmoroka ezimu ebiseera emu I will tell you that bw'ona ogigula tegenda kusala mu kutunda wokka n'omuntu gw'ogituza tajja gimalayo. Do you know why? Because emmoroka ojja gimuguza emufeeko atuuka agambe gwenziriza ze nnakuwa ogitwale nga nawe tolina gy'ogitwala. Like I gave you an example, natunda Polo yange, naina Polo, Volkswagen Polo. Nenjiguza omusajja nensigala nga mubanja. Nasigala mubanja obe million emu n'ekitundu. Hanemu abagagga abakulu balina amaanyi wano waliwo Patreon mugiraba. Babadde babaleesaani. Ono ku Twitter waliwo judiciary baleesa endoza mulamuzi. Ayinza baye deputy chief justice. Bapakinze bati patrol muzira ziri bbiri. Bapakinze bati emmoroka yinge yingire mu parking. Aba policemen ne babuuka ko ne bagoba emmotoka. Ye mwe. Ekintu kya chief justice ne deputy chief justice ebyo bitibwa bote babivaamu. Bote babivaamu. I think that's one thing I like about the judiciary. Agenda sigala ne sente ze tajja kwavuwala at any time. So you guys, emmoroka twagisumye ogisamu tracker nga yonna nkyafu. Netuteeka mu fe tracker. Netuteeka mu tracker ntumuleka nagenda nembonyabonya. So sometimes when I speak with confidence, bwenjogera ebintu bwembanga ekintu kyenjogera sikimanyi. That's why sometimes if I bring a topic and I think you guys nga sigimanyiddeko ddala, I normally ask you guys, what do you think about this? Because I know that there are subjects that are best talked about muzogerako n'abantu because they have experiences. Okitegeera, eh? So ne bwemba njogera ku mmoroka gye simanyi ebiseera ebisinga I'm one person nasomako research methods. I try as much as possible to research. I research obulaba nti ojja n'ombuuza for example commercial cars, lorries. I will tell you what I know. Sigenda kugamba bye simanyi. Okitegeera, eh? Sijja kugamba bye simanyi. Ngenda kugamba kye manyi. Okitegeera. Like for example yesterday twabadde tugula Kigege. I realized one thing. Business ya taxi mugiraba eli lucrative. However, taxi ekulemara driver. Nti driver akubba n'otukanga gwe tofunamu. Emmoroka n'ogyesonyiwa. Driver ne makanika be basobola okulema emmoroka eyo. driver bwavuga bubye emmoroka n'agitta. And by the way, ekintu ky'okutta emmoroka tekiva wala. Let me give you an example. Emmoroka era ogiraba bw'ogigula n'ogikola service ne oil omubi, engine ogenda gitta. Mbuuza otya? When you put oil that is not meant for that engine, like an example, do you know mwami twagula ne Mark 2 brand? Mujijjukira Mark 2 brand gye twagula recently. Nabagamba nga you guys, service gikolere ku toto. Ate era bwe baba bateekamu oil wo beerawo. Look at the person opening the oil. Amuyiwemu ngo omulabe ne oil bwafaanana. I found that you guys, you have a lot of confidence in people. Nti omuntu omuleka nakola service nga toliyo. Boleka omuntu nakola service nga toliyo asobola oteekamu ebi oil ebibi mu mmotoka yo. Let me tell you what happens when you put the wrong oil in the car. Ekisooka bw'oteeka oil awewuka mu mmotoka ng'erina genda mu oil azitowa. Otta siiru. Mulaba siiru ezo? Abantu ebiseera ebisinga emmotoka bw'efuna leakage. Tefuna leakage nti oba engine nfu oba ki. Efuna leakage because the oil you put in there yali muweefufu. Kati mbutulibwa si excuse me. Nina ebintu bye njagala njogere nga mundaba. Muntu nuulire mbannyonnyole. Olaba engine. The engine has seals. What was seal ezigenda ewantu waba wayingirawo, for example nga wayingirawo pipe wabawo seal. Seal eyo ekwata pipe oil n'atayitawo okufuluma. The older the engines go, emmoroka gyekoma okuba enkadde, engine yayo gyekoma okuba enkadde, gye bakoma ogikolera oil nga azitowa. Heavy oil, very heavy oil, nga oil mukwafu. Kyova olaba nti engine zino zirina grade. Era ne bogenda ku petrol station bajja kugamba emmoroka enkadde, engine kadde nnyo zikozesa no oil, engine empya zikozesa no oil. Why they do that? Oil wa engine enkadde aba azitowa aba mukwafu. Nti obukwafu bwaliko siiru ne bwebe ekadde because siiru zino bwe zibeera ku engine, siiru zino bwe zibeera ku engine zikalambala n'ekaluba. Kati bwe ekaluba esobola okwewetamu katono nnyo. Bwe wetamu katono nnyo oil bw'abeera nga si mukwafu nga wa amazzi aba asobola okuyitawo n'atoloka. So when you do service n'oteekamu oil owa engine empya mu engine enkadde, oil oyo agenda kutoloka. Bw'anaatoloka siiru eno egenda kubabirira ne oil ng'ebbugumbo ligira, siiru eyongere yeefunye. Bw'eneeyongera ne yeefunya egenda kufiira ddala. Kati nga ne bw'oteekamu oil omukwafu alina okugenda mu engine eyo, takyayamba nga siiru yafudde. Kati kitegeeza olina kusumulula oggyemu siiru oteekemu siiru empya. So nga ate senga obadde oteekamu oil owa engine eyo enkadde alina okugendamu, siiru tezaalifudde. I don't know if you guys get what I'm saying. So ono mwami wa Mark 2 brand bwe yagenda nabagamba service kola either Total or Shell. Ate era beerawo nga oil waba mukyusa mutunuleko. Bannayuganda abasinga tebakyalina mazima. Yesterday twabadde tunoonya taxi Kigege ne tugenda mu park ez'enjawulo. So we were talking to this gentleman. Ne mugamba, you guys, ne mugamba senga obadde olina abantu abayayi senga waguze dda Kigege senga wagenze dda. Okitegeera? Why was I saying that? Nkimanyi nti kituufu. Abantu tebaagala kuteeka budde mu bintu bino. Kubanga emmoroka zonna ze twabadde tugenda nga bwe tumugamba tutwala eno atwala butwazi. But the reason why we were picking, kuba emmoroka gye twagifunye saawa mmeka? Twagisanze na ku kkubo ez'omupaka zonna zaabadde envundu. Ngera mu paka bw'olabamu emmoroka ennamu tebagikulaga. Okitegeera? Emmoroka gye twaguze twagisanze ku Bombo Road yabadde ku stage ng'etikka. Era bwe twamaze ogikebera ne tugenda tunegotiating ne babako emmoroka endala gye baatuyise okulaba. Naye twabadde twagiraba edda mu paka nga tugigobye yali ya 4 wheel ne bagiraawa. Emmoroka gye baalaawa ye emmoroka gye bajjako capabilities. For example, emmoroka bweba yali ya 4 wheel ne bagijjako capabilities za 4 wheel baba baagiraawa. Kambaze ku bbala wano mwetaaga okulabawo. Baba baagiraawa kati nga twagigobye. Kati emmoroka twamaze ogikeberera omusajja n'atikka n'agenda ematugga. Tegeera kati emmoroka era twamaliriza nga tuguze emmoroka ey'okubbala because yo yabadde ku bbala. Okitegeera? So it's important for you guys to understand certain things. Ebintu ebimu nandibanga siri makanika nga sibimanyi, but I know them. Kyekimu kyekibeera mu malwaliro ebisere emoso olugenda mu ddwaliro nasi nga yakujjanjaba gwe nolowooza nansi naye nga atojja kwesanga nga nansi ebiseera ebimu amanyi okusinga doctor because ye abeera ku balwadde abo every day. Let me tell you another example. Recently tulina abasawo be twali nabo twaba inspecting in Moroka. Baali basawo. And they told us ku ddwaliro gye bakola mukama waabwe he's a doctor but he has never worked on patients. Okitegeera kati kugamba tamanyi kujjanjaba balwadde. Tamanyi kujjanjaba balwadde naye nga he's a doctor, he's a professional doctor naye nga tamanyi kujjanjaba balwadde. Kitegeeza omusawo oyo jamusanga nga yenanyini eddwaliro naye nga bannansi mu ddwaliro lye bamanyi okumusinga. Okitegeera. But overall today sente za naamu zikola ndaba bali mu kuteeka mu bugundu. Bali mu kuteekamu ebyo ebigundi babiyita calverts babiyita biti. Nendo zambeerawo ne mulaba Kampala ku ssimu ne muga Kampala nga anyirira. Ate naku zinanyirira nnyo kireka sente za naamu zikyalongoosa. Bannange beera ekibuga. Ho! Beera ekibuga. So guys, leero I thought kuba njagala basiibula bannange. Njagala basiibula. And normally the last few minutes mba njagala nnyo nenzisiibula nga ndabako. So I thought today we should understand one thing. Wona ulanga oli confident, okay? Wona ulanga you have the confidence to talk about something, to do something, go ahead and do it. There is no time that I was confident about something and I was wrong. All the times that I was wrong, I wasn't confident about something. And majority of the times that I've been wrong, I actually ended up asking other people about something I already knew I should do. They told me and I did something else and I ended up on the losing side because I followed other people's advice instead of following my own experience, following my own knowledge. Because ebiseera ebisinga tugenda okutuuka okwagala okukola decision oba oyina gwe woosinzira ogamba kankole kino ekintu. Oba oyina wookola ki? Oba oyina woosinzira ogamba kankole kino ekintu. Okitegeera? Kati gwe woosinzira you just have to sit down and look at the facts and figures. Let me tell you one. There is a concept I had one time. Nali njagala, you guys abakola history, abakola arts, twakola history. So there is a time I wanted to develop a plays, a number of plays out of the topics that tusoma mu history. I went to one of my mentors and I shared my idea with him. Mentor wange oyo nangamba ate kijja kukola. Now, a number of years later, mentor wange oyo yangana okola emizanyo gya history agikola. So an idea that I should have executed, mentor wange nangana okukikola kati ye yakikola. Okitegeera? Because it was a good idea from the start, but I chose to ask someone else because I lacked the confidence to do it at that time. Okitegeera? Mentor wange yangana, but I can tell you for a fact nkimanyi nti mentor wange saawena akola emizanyo egiva mu topics za history. Okitegeera? Arthur Sango is a Baganda name. Iranze neddira nkima. Mutulimba muli ba Tanzania. Thanks for the good job, brother. You talked about Chigige. If I'm planning to buy one, what could be the minimum budget? Mr. Lucia, so kulaba okwange. Chigige feje twaguze yabade ya $2.5 million. Naye kulaba okwange. Chigige zisinga mbi. Ezisinga mbi. Neno yenyini twaguze si nungi nnyo but based on our budget. Otegeera. Based on our budget and looking at what they were showing us, Ngemuruka zibatulaga $2.8 million, $3.2 nenga atira boziraba, they are not worth the money. Based on our budget, Chigigiji twaguze yeyo. Okitegeera. However, like I've always told you guys, omuntu yanaina wobo ina budget esobola ogenda mu bondo jeyo drone yeyo. Chobokola. Okitegeera. Because Moroka, I'm telling you that majority of the people right now abatunda Moroka. majority of them emmotoka nfu bwebanga sinfu nga yingine nungi gearbox nungi driver gimutamiza ebaka ebipapula ene mmoroka taxi zonna zonna ze twalabye ene mmoroka gye twaguze yabaddeko ekipapula eky'emitwalo 9 endala zonna zadde zika ebipapula bya milioni 1.5 milioni 2 milioni 3 wano ne yabaddeko milioni 9 okitegeera ebyo twaganya ogenda ogiraba naye yatugambye milioni 3.8 neriko ebipapula bya milioni 9 nozanga kibabala ng'ogigule milioni 3.8 bagambe kati ebipapula tubisazeeko bagambe kati tuwe milioni 3 okitegeera Good morning, Brian Wanyama. Query Akim, good morning. Is it possible to get a clean Harrier Kauno between 25 and 30? Yes, as long as you're not picky about number plates. The only trouble will be if you're picky about number plates. We're not only picky about number plates, you definitely get one. JK Gamba Kampale in even on the city roads. I think JK, the thing with us having that has to do with our weather. Enfufu just because of Musana Munji. Omusana gugu kuyetinga enfufu kati mwe wamwe mubera mukati muli mu winter enfufu najija netakaliye wamwe jeke nalabali ya bulaka teyitegerekeka. Something is not right with Europe. No wonder horror movies onaziveyo wamwe banange kamba sibule. But all in all, guys, confidence doesn't come with watali knowledge. Yes, knowledge yinzo okuba inawe ekomanga abalawe batandikira ne bagattako naye yo knowledge confidence tejjanga ko mu kifo mutali knowledge. I find that culture yaffe it compresses nnyo batunyigiriza nnyo to the extent that ne bwoba omanye ekintu gwe wenyini tewekkiriza muntu okimanyi, which is a very bad thing. Okitegeera tuli crash to the extent that naffe tutandika crashinga bannaffe. Okitegeera tutandika crashinga bannaffe gwe muli tokkiriza nti ekyo kintu nedda ono tuli nga ani yagambye yabadde oba Moses Heath yagambye we have been raised to think that abantu abasinga obukulu be bamanyi buli kimu naye nga ate ebiseera ebisinga nabo bagamba olinga kati kambabulira ekintu kimu. Me have advised one of my mentors nga akola wano sente nyingi akole milioni 3 milioni 4 omwaka naye nga agamba ayagala genda bweru kusoma mbwa akole agende bweru akole ku sente eziwera ne mugamba naye gwe ku sente z'okola ekikutwala ebweru ki? Okitegeera naye nga awulira he's not satisfied olwokuba inayo banne abali ebweru balowooza nti bakola nnyo naye nga ate abamu abasinga ne assets wano nga ne kati ki ekikutwala ebweru n'emyaka nga nagyo gigenze. Like I kept talking to him a number of times ayina ne weyatuuka nga atandise okugoba ku visa ne mugamba nedda. Okitegeera it's I think sometimes tuyina kwekkiririzaamu ffe ng'abantu ne wekkirizaamu n'omanya nti wano wendi. Okitegeera but unfortunately for culture yaffe badde tetukkiriza kukola ekyo kintu. Kati you can imagine nze meta wange nsinga oba emyaka 2 oba 15 naye nga nze mugamba nti omanyi teweetaaga genda bweru woli because nze nga ndabira ddala the level of income gy'aliko eri waggulu nnyo. Okitegeera naye nga ate yawulira wano takola sente zimala ayagala genda bweru mboba akole ki ate ng'ebweru gyagenda naye talinayo skill gy'atwalayo kitegeeza agenda atandikira mu kulongoosa ttooyi. Kati kan imagine omuntu asobola okukola no milioni 3 ate kati g'ogenda eri otandika okulongoosa ttooyi mbololo noofa ki? Me, I'm confident. I've seen my kids be confident about things, and even when they did not know about things, I was forced to teach them because I realized that confidence ono mwana gy'alina nga yeetaaga okusomesa mu ate bw'anaaba akimanyi it will benefit him more. I've also realized that abantu abataasoma tubadde twogeranga ku bintu bino abantu abataasoma nga be basinga sente mwe kiki. The reason lwaki abantu abataasoma abo balina sente is because he goes head on. Gw'olabanga omuntu oyo ebiseera ebimu tulabanga balina confidence naye nti kye balina sina confidence talina kyakkola. He has to go head on kugana ebintu by'atamanyi abyogerako ng'abimanyi n'olabira ddala kugamba nga ne bw'atuuka mu meeting n'ayogera abantu bakkiriza bukkiriza. Kati confidence never comes in a place where there is no knowledge. Confidence comes in a place where there is knowledge. I find that fenga bannayuganda nyina n'abantu ebiseera ebyo tukola nabo inspection n'omulaba ng'alina ssente naye ng'ate yeetya. Okitegeera n'omugamba no teweetya, let's do this. Okitegeera like I told you an example of a guy gwe nasanga mu bondi nga yafunye dawish ne tugenda fena mu bank okujjayo sente guy ng'akankana n'okukankana okuwandika ku withdraw slip naye nga kyemanya ekimukankanya muli takkiriza nti ali mu gula moroka ya milioni 3 Nituva mu banka nangamba man simanyi nabwe ne mubuuza sente zino zogize olina wozijje we tuzizeeyo tufune moroka enkaddeko oba etali eyo nangamba nedda atha sente nzirina zino zo za mmotoka ne muga kati towulira bubi ne mubuuza wali oguze ku moroka ey'ebbeeyi bwe nangamba nedda ne mugamba gwe tofaayo eno gwagiguze sente zizo okitegeera. So I find that fenga fa abantu we have been crushed to the extent nti omuvubuka agule mmotoka ne batani aguze oyo no okitegeera kwegamba tuli mu level tubadde crushed to that extent. I find that it's very hard to find someone atamanyi nga yeefula confident kizibu nnyo okitegeera. Yes waliwo abantu ababeerawo nga ayogera byayogerako nga tabimanyi okitegeera naye ne bw'aba ayogera ku byatamanyi aba ayinako idea kati ku idea okwo kwa stemming okutandika okukola ki naye atera gwamanyi omuntu atamanyi tosobola kumuwa budde because gwoba omanyi okumusinga okitegeera. Like I've told you kati nze ku experience yange n'okuzimba omuntu ayogera nga byayogera tabitegeera mu kuzimba mulaba era sikola naye okitegeera. Kati nina ne criteria kwentandika okugamba nti kakati onajja kunzimbira ontajja kunzimbira kakubekkanika mulimu abantu besikiriza kukwata ku mmotoka yange nga mulaba byamanyi tebisinga byemmanyi okitegeera. So I find that whenever you know something and you're confident about it, I don't let anyone crush. I have found that people try to crush for the love of cars. Nadalili ku TikTok. That's why bojano ku content wawane there is a difference. No genda ku TikTok. Athari eri alinga wenjawulo kwali wano sicho. Why? Because approach eri yanjawulo ku yawano. Okitegeera. And abantu beri ku TikTok ndoza betagana kusoka wosoka nabba kubamba lyoke bategeere nti yo togula wadde babroka bagamba gula togula okitegeera. You can imagine waliwo guy yankubira essimu ngende tulabe naye of course nga talina senza pre-purchase inspection ne musasuza ekizike kya consultation nanga kakati atha ndi wano mbadde ngula Golf 4 bajinguze $15,000,000 naye ennungi erabika bulungi erina music erina emipiira ne mugamba nkubira ebifaananyi nankubira ebifaananyi ng'emmotoka bagyozeza bulungi ne bagikuba polishi emipiira bagikubye eddagala okitegeera kweganga baataddemu sound system waliwo ebintu ebimu byebakola ku mmotoka nga bigenda kusikiriza muntu atamanyi kikyakebera ku mmotoka ng'ebyo byonna babikoze naye nga Golf 4 kugigula million ezisukka 8 okugigula million ezisukka Golf 4 n'ogigula million ezisukka 8 okitegeera ne mugamba nze mukulaba okwange Golf tewagisusiza million ziwera 8 bw'oba ogigula gigule because egenda kusala ne bw'eneetandika okufa ogenda kwejjusa okitegeera. Nangamba kale naye akamoroka anabe kalungi kale webale nnyo amagezi go najjako. I don't know if he eventually bought the Golf. I don't know if he eventually bought the Golf, but I gave him what he paid for. He paid for advice and I gave him the advice okitegeera. But I find that ebiseera ebimu lwaki babroka batomeza n'abantu is because brokers talk with a lot of confidence. Kyayogerako abakimanyi naye kyaba akugamba si kyekituufu aba amanya amazima naye because amanya amazima kati akugamba ebikyamu naye ng'abyogeza confidence. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Nti n'omuntu ne bw'aba kyayogera nga akulimba bw'ayogeza confidence asobola okukutomeza. Babroka kyovula batomeza abantu kyovula babroka babba abantu okitegeera. Ate kati we live in an age where everyone can share information. We live in an age where I can start a TikTok channel here today about construction. Nenyambala overall. Nembalaga nti ndi muzimbi awedde emirimu. Nenga simanyi kuzimba. I can start a TikTok channel nenyambala gundi bagita eno gundi y'abasawo. Nenyambala lab coat. Nenfuna stethoscope negiteeka wano. Nentuula mu room nga ntaddewo bagita bateno. Bagita bate ekolanga binoculars mu ddwaliro. Oja nenteekawo ebipande bya body parts emabega. Netandikira ddala okulaba omusawo. Okitegeera omusawo awedde emirimu ntandika bagamba ebintu nga mbisoma ku Google ne mbibagamba. We live in an age that is like that. So which is why we should be very careful, but we should also try as much as possible to get information. But when you get information, share that information. Share it with the confidence and not anyone crush it. Then namu abajogula amamotoka. Tambula mukatale ng'olina confidence because you have the knowledge. First of all, Google kwa information. Ne wano for the love of cousin kwa information. Ne bobo ogenza ogule motoka nga tolina Arthur. Walk among men nga you're a man. Bobo oli mukazi walk among men nga you're a woman of knowledge. have the confidence omugambe yo engine te sounding bulungi eye moroka ngenda kuwa sente bweziti eye moroka tesukka sente bweziti okitegeera like togenda gendo sange ipsa moro kuberi ku UBB bagiguze milioni 15 oba tobaze yongera ke milioni 2 gula wish at least okitegeera yongera ke milioni 5 ku milioni 15 genda mu bond gula ka vitizi. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Nti ebisere imusa there are some things kati nzate jenzenga ngenda njige ebintu bya moroka bintu kati nyine ebintu bya njogera nga emoroka ntunula ko ntunule tuno musajja atututegulo ku moroka yabadde yatuwa kigege ngine mu engine ya 5L yatutte ku moroka binenge moroka ndaba bwenti nengambe yote mukoleza and it's not like I'm looking for something that looks really nice because emoroka ngenda vuga tax but I want something tugule ekintu nga kiri worth the money. Osange moroka nga dopano zona zamenyeka eye moroka ogula yaki ostegira osange moroka nga newe balinya basabaze we bagenda okulinya wona wa rusting ne wajjamu ne ebituli ostegira kati I was telling you about but agenze mu kigegene to moroka eza 4 wheels ebalawa emoroka je balawa ebaba bajijjako capability atisingula mu moroka ya 4 wheel nga 4 wheel ekola okusinga gule moroka ya 4 wheel nga ate bajifula 2 wheel baba bajijjako original yayo osegira ayensanga tebagirawa omanya abantu abo babroka bamanyi ekitufu bakimanyi naye ate asokola okukubisa logic nakuguza ekintu kati ba emoroka gye twase emu ku moroka zitwala beza abadde nnungi actually emoroka ebbiri zitwasanze mu park zabadde nnungi zonna zabadde za 4 wheel ngandawe lwaki nti emoroka ya 4 wheel ngandawe ebe kyagenda mu parts za 4 wheel parts za 4 wheel za bay kati bobokuze emoroka nga ya business you're going to compete with people that are driving a moroka eza 2 wheel nga gwe spare gwe ekyuma kyogula emitwalo 15 akigula emitwalo 6 okitegeera kyokka muli kukubo lye mutwala abantu babbeeyi emu nawe bakuripotingira sentes ezimu it doesn't make sense so emoroka ziza ade nga zinyirira n'okusinga eno yaki n'okusinga eno gye twaguze but why bana abasajja batuka emoroka n'emunyiwa olwa spare webbeeyi n'agitwala ne bagikola ne bagigolola ne bagifuuwa n'agireeta ng'enyirira agiguze gogendo fafagane nayo probably yagenda agule ya 2 wheel because emoroka ya 2 wheel baya ne basiba zino emoroka eza buli gentono emoroka ya 4 wheel ya beyimu okumaintaininga kati why am I buying a 4 wheel drive kanga ne 4 wheel tekola nsigale nga ngula spare wa 4 wheel naye nga ate emoroka njivuga ya 2 wheel okitagenda kyenkugamba then ekirala emoroka ya 4 wheel naddala mwezi enkadde emoroka ya 4 wheel ezitowa n'okuzitowa nti n'amafuta ebenywa mujukire ebe ena differential emabega okitegeera because ne moroka bebagirawa ne diff tebagijjamu bagirekamu okitegeera diff esigalamu just ne bajjako ebigifuula 4 wheel kamba sibule Antonio Mugalasi Joshua Mist Farm Tusime Eddie Muyombya Mark Mutumba Pade Martha Director Martha Academy Mukisa Emma Kafero King Daniels Bridget Kakai Nick Wabuyi Daddy Mariam Donald M. Kasenda Kawagama Enoch Paul Sema Chama de Hannington Daddy Mariam Studio 93 Balvids Moses Heath Deep in Coffee Derek Lule Chagera Frank Football Tribe Matembe Abdul Nasa Jonah Mukama Bana itemweda bidankona pre-purchase inspection if you're going to buy a car and you want to get a good car at a good price in good condition. I'm your man. I come with a mechanic. Otwaya kasente katono mitwala namu 5 jokka izo sente zikavaringa obudde bwa makanika n'amafuta gatutambuza wekitegera we come and help you make sure you make the right choice also. Hashim Namisi Habat Semuga Jovan Balvids Nakumaze Nathan Clark Raim Modric King Daniels Nkumaze Jombe Juma Abdurrahim Kasita Baba Ashraf Kabanda, Moses Heath Nkumaze, Reynald Jordan, Access News, Lucky Mose, Cam Besije, Council Patrick Asiku, Francis NB Nakumaze, Dennis 12, Norman Karuhanga, Musazi Rigan, Hard Top, Hajara, Juko Nathan, Katugwensi Edison Live Life UG Kungu Fu Fanta abana bayina amanya Mayamba la Derek Kungu Pius Muse Masadam, Ntale Samuel, Thermostat DJ, Sango Peter, Tarema Samuel, Mr. Lucius, Solo Extra, Kwiri Akim, Brian Wanyama, JK, Arake Sarkos, Arthur Nedda. Kigali is neat. And Kigali is neat because the engudo zabwe nungi. Jeke katolaba. I think the one thing that brings dust ku ngudo za chorus mu kibuga is because yona je tubadde tutambulira ffe engudo mbi nnyo. Engudo bwezimale okuba embi ennyo zonna zijjudde ettaka. Kati nze moroke yange njoza buli kiro nga nzize yeewaka. But bwe nkulaga bwefaanana essaawa eno oyinza n'okutyamu. Ate nga ngikuba lupiira. Kisama Shadrack abantu bagambe ka number plate kabayingire mu bwongo. Ka number plate sinakutegeera. The dust is because of the many dirt roads we have. It's truth. Kabelem reactions, you are right bro. Ntuse finally wadde I'm late. Otuse nsibula Rukia Riyamam Yimam Richard Dumba, always share your mobile number whenever you make the live so that more people call you for business. A number yange 0752 991 051. My number is in the description of this channel. Live Life UG Arthur, the way you defend your country, banang. Live Life UG, me I love my country. Ate yesterday nabadde n'omuntu. Banazi kizo sharing erinnya linja di sharing. Omuntu gwe nabadde naye abadde UK for 6 years. Babede UK for 6 years. Yakomewa gamba akomawo Kampala. Okitegeera akomawo Kampala akoye Bulaaya. Kibula nabaganze bwe ndiva wano nvaawo ngenda sidda. Teri byagenda ngambe nti ateri nkoyeyo, but home is home. And our country is beautiful. We just have to make a few changes. When we make those few changes, Solo Extra gambe they don't so me. When we make those few changes, ujja kwesanga ng'embeera ekyuka. Okitegeera. Ujja kwesanga ng'embeera ekyuka. Neighbor guy, I'll see you tomorrow morning. Don't forget, if you're confident, there is a reason why you're confident. Mulaba abakiga. Abakiga balina confidence in everything they do. And I'm telling you, that confidence takes them miles. Whenever you feel like you're confident about something, kitegezo ina chomanyi, o ina magezi golina, abalage batayina. Don't allow anyone, black man, saku report nzegwe. Lwacho wandiko luwarabu. Whenever you have confidence, kitegezo ina chomanya abantu kibatamanyi. Nzate, I've realized, abantu abasinga bembadde nsanga nga bali confident. Confidence never out of the blue. Confidence never very nekugwamu. Okitegeera. I'm confident that the water I have in this bottle is clean because bagafumbe wakanga ngaraba. I'm confident nti ebyokulya mukyala wange byampa tebiriimu butwa. Eyo confidence njirina. Okitegeera. Abe otuse ngenda, but I'll see you tomorrow. Live Life UG bagambe akola relocation and moving services. Live Life. Ojja kujja ku podcast tunyumyemu. Ekyo kijja kufunira akatale. Nate kigana bo ojja ku podcast ojjeyo n'akasente okampe ogambe Arthur akasente kaako kaliye. Okitegeera. Kubanga sebo nyina omusajja gwe nakozeko gwe twakoze naye podcast wa adult education. Gwomanyi sente zaagenda okukola. But anyway bagay kamba sibule. But byonna nga tubikola teweerabira. When you're confident, there is a reason why you're confident and other people are not as confident as you. Ekyo tokyerabira. Nze ndi confident mu katemba manyi byenkola. Ekyo kyo confidence. Ekyo ne bw'okola ki there is no way you can crush my confidence. Okitegeera mu marketing nyina confidence nti byenkola mbimanyi because Live Life UG podcast sina charges because you realize never to call a podcast you're not really advertising, we're simply talking about things. Naye nkimanyi nti when you talk about your services people will definitely see your video and they'll look for you. Okujja nga mwagala nteekewo charge. How much is the double cabin, the used one? Double cabin beera ne million ekitone nnyo nga 25 Confidence is key. That's why I normally tell you omuntu bambuuza Arthur nyina capital wa million 2 nkole chi business nga nkomewe Kampala nga nkubuuza kiche wali okola nga tonnagenda because majority of the time ekintu oba okimanyi oba okinamu confidence kyobojja kyoba investingamu okitegeera toveri nogamba ate nanka ngene investing mu katemba kubanga ne Arthur ya investing mu katemba kati ze mu katemba nyina engeri manuvaringa yo ne malako gwato oyinza obutasobola ku manuvaringa togamba kangene smart and ko kusubula engatto
because ajja kuyingira engato naye olina by'otamanya abantu bye bakola ki bo bye bamanya engeri gye bamanuvaringa. But guys, I wish you a very lovely day. Kange nembeko byenkola nga sinagenda mu field kola inspection naye tugenda kunoonya room yoni. I wish you a very lovely day. Ciao.